What up, what up, what up? This is Mike the Philosopher here with another one. This one, another one. Kendra G. All right, I'm not going to hold you. Let's go in.
Y'all, get the phone together. I'm gonna package you and then
Okay.
wait 8 seconds before you answer. Taylor, Missouri, 30, is an Aquarius, has an 8-year-old, and works at ER.
Okay.
What kind of man you looking for? Wait 8 seconds.
Um, just someone who's actually looking for a relationship. Somebody who isn't just
It's no bra season. Okay, I'm up for it. I'm here for it. It's no bra season. I'm just just mentioning the obvious at this point. I mean, it should be an owl on her shirt for Hooters. I don't know. Areolas. Let's go.
just looking for sex. Someone who's financially stable. Cause I mean, like, it's really hard to find men when you're like serious about dating. There's a lot of people who will sleep with you, a lot of people who will waste their time with you, but they don't want to be serious. They don't want to open up. They don't want to connect. They don't want to take the time to really get to know you as a person. And I feel like I have
Wait a minute. Let me pause it there. There's people who want to sleep with you, don't want to take the time to get to know you, and you show up with no bra on. I'm not saying that that's a reason. I'm not saying that's a reason, but you're on a dating show. It's probably 60 degrees in your house, 50 to 60 degrees. Okay, I can tell by the temperature gaugers. Okay, and you come with no bra, and you talking about, oh, all they look at is intimacy and want to have sex and don't want to get to know me as a person. How about working on a presentation? How about working on a presentation? I mean, you got the camera angle right at them, right on the midges. What do you want me to do as a man? You want me to turn off my testosterone? You're drawing my attention to something else. Work on the presentation. Maybe you'll get better results. I mean, look, if I'm being okay, look at Kendra. Kendra is thinking everything I'm saying. This is why I review her videos, because I'm gonna say everything that she's thinking and more. Okay, I'm gonna say it, and I know it's probably not gonna be, always, sugar in women's ears. It's just not. But somebody got to keep it real. That's my job. I review, I rank, I keep it real. And from my point of view, she needs to work on the presentation and then turn up the heat in her house. Let's go back in.
have a hard time with that. Guys will like I have guys in my inbox all the time. They'll try to talk to me, but it's not like anything deep. And I feel like that's really hard, especially black men. And I know a lot of people are gonna give me shit, but I don't really date black men. And I'm gonna tell you why. So I grew up in the army. My dad was in the military, so I've lived like all over. I'm used to different nationalities, and like growing up and then getting stuck here in Missouri when my parents divorced, I noticed that a lot of the black men here just don't have a lot going for them. Unfortunately, they don't want to work, they don't want to provide, they don't want to be men. And I know that sounds bad, it does, but that's just my reality. A lot of my friends give me shit about it because I date outside of my race, and I feel like I would like to be with a black man if I could find one who had their shit together. Or
Well, my question is this. You date outside your race. Sound like you date outside your race exclusively. Why are you on the show? Why are you on the show? You should be happily in bliss with Zaddy. Okay, you should be taken. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me those guys ain't giving you all that you need? All those guys just want you for sex because you ain't messing with brothers. So all the things you complaining about are other guys, not the brothers. You ain't dating us. All your friends give you stuff about it. So that tells me that you ain't dating us. But you finding out men are men. It don't matter what their race is. Men are men. And if I'm being honest, a lot of white guys will play her like a fiddle. An accordion. Okay? They will play her like an accordion. Bagpipes. They will play her like bagpipes. Okay? The harp. Classical music. Rock and roll. They will play her. Why? Because white guys can sense thirst. Okay? Every man can sense thirst. White guys can sense when sisters are thirsty for them. And it sounds to me like you just been getting played by white guys or whatever other nationality out there. You ain't dating brothers because your nose is up with the brothers. So why are you here? Why are you single? If these other guys are so much better, why are you single? Let's find out.
Who was ready for something serious. I'm just being honest. A lot of the black men here, they say they want to be like with a woman who wants them to hold them down, but it's like when we need them to hold us down, they're nowhere to be found. And a lot of the men here of other nationalities, whether that be white, Indian, Asian, they all have their shit together. They all have good.
Let me just say this too. I just noticed this, and I'm sorry for stopping it, but look, she said men just want to smash and have sex with her and all this other stuff and don't want to get to know her. I noticed she don't have a bra on. I'm a guy, right? But I just read the shirt. Just do it. Like, oh my goodness. What? I mean, you don't understand. Do you understand? You probably do understand the signaling that you're giving men. Just do it. So what do you think a guy is going to do? He's just going to do it and bounce and leave you to go on the Kendra G show. Give me a break. You don't, you expect men not to be men? Dating is a tough world. Everybody is out for an advantage. Men are out for a sexual advantage. Women are out for a monetary advantage. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Shouldn't be like that, but it is. It's a game. There are winners and losers. And both sides do plenty of it. The men and the women. But a lot of times women losses are short term. Men losses are long term. Oh, you got a baby. Oh, you got to pay alimony. Oh, she took all your money. Women just sweep a body count under the rug and keep it pushing, and then come on Kendra G show talking about men ain't nothing. And especially the men that look like me. This is hilarious. Let's go back in.
Jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing about it is, the problem with that is even the ones that do sometimes have their shit together and have good jobs, they're on the same page. They just want sex. They don't want anything serious. So it's still hard for me to date. And it's not that I haven't tried to date black men, because I definitely have. And it just kind of ends up the same way. They just want sex. They don't want anything serious, but they will lie to you and tell you that they do. And then you'll end up realizing they don't really want anything. So I'm at a point now where I'm not having sex with anyone until we are in a committed relationship. I feel like in the past I've made mistakes and I like someone and I give up my body too soon because I think it's going somewhere that I find out, okay, it's not. So, and that's with all races of men. I'm just gonna kind of just stick to like, we're gonna talk.
Well, I'm glad she admitted that. That's all races of men. So if it's all races of men, why don't you date brothers? Seriously, why don't you date brothers? You ain't getting no better treatment from any other race of men. But you want to blame it. You know, sometimes I think sisters be thinking brothers exaggerate when they say we got it rough out here. You don't judge us like you judge Zaddy. You getting played out here by Zaddy and you still looking for another one and excluding us. We may not be shit, but he ain't either. So what is the problem? You might as well stick with us for all of that. It makes 0 sense. 0. But when you're frustrated, you got to blame somebody. And I'm going to tell you something. This entire world, the entire world blames black men for everything. Even our women. For the culture, for whatever. Okay? The global warming is black men's fault. The extinction of a lot of animals is black men's fault. Inflation, that's black men's fault. Everything is black men's fault. But we get graded on a scale that is unlike everybody else. Unlike everybody else. Everybody else gets a passing grade. I don't know if y'all heard of the term Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome is when someone who oppresses you, you still have sympathy and love for them. A lot of black folks in our community got Stockholm Syndrome. And I'm not even just talking about it in America. I'm talking about globally. I'm talking about not even just black folks. People, period, got Stockholm Syndrome. How is a nation of people who wreaked havoc all over the number one people to date and be with? And the people who you come from, you look like, you exclude them. Stockholm Syndrome. Let's go in.
Date, see how it goes. Once you tell me like we're in a committed relationship, then I feel like that's when the sex will come. So
here's another thing. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I keep stopping it, but here's another thing. What I'm finding is that sometimes I feel like women blame their bad decisions on the men. Okay? I got a place to blame someplace. I can't look in the mirror. That's too traumatizing. So I got to blame somebody else. If you were going to bed with these guys too fast and you were seeing what was happening, why are you blaming the men? This is a dog-eat-dog world. There are winners and losers. Okay? There are winners and losers. If they got a better playbook than yours, you think they're going to tell you how to beat them? No. They're not going to tell you how to beat them. They're winners and losers. But instead of looking at your own playbook, looking at everything, you want to blame the other team for playing their playbook. One team, you don't even want to play them no more. And that's the team that drafted you. That's the team that drafted you. Now you want to be traded. You don't want to play them no more. But everybody else, you want to play them. But guess what? They got sophisticated playbooks too. You feel like your playbook is fine. It's everybody else's. It's everybody. Everybody else should play in the same style as you. It's not gonna happen. Now you're trying to switch up the playbook. You're trying to switch up your playbook and say, look, I'm gonna exclude these people. I'm gonna do things like this. We're not gonna have intimacy until we're in an established relationship. I'm not saying that those are bad decisions, because they're not, but also work on your presentation, sweetheart. I mean, you got them. You look like you're ready to put them on a glass. I'm just saying. You just do. And if that's what you have to offer, that's what men are going to take. I'm just saying, let's go back in.
So I definitely agree with your rule of committed relationships and then have sex, because I feel like that is, I always say this about, there's a pool of men that will have sex with you, but it doesn't mean that's also the pool of men that will be in a committed relationship. So kudos to you. I agree with that rule. Let me ask you this. When did you stop dating black men? Is this a new rule you just, hold on, you gotta wait 8 seconds. Oh, wait, remember you gotta wait 8 seconds. I don't want us to get cut off. Did you just stop dating black men?
It's not that,
or is this something?
I'm sorry.
Okay, honey, you got wait that.
I just all of a sudden.
Wait, girlfriend, hold on. You gotta listen, because we have a lag, and if you over talk too soon, your response won't come out. So the question is, when did you stop dating black men? Wait 8 seconds.
Okay, so I didn't I'm just gonna stop dating black men. I primarily try to avoid the black men here because of what I dealt with them. Like the things that I encountered with black men. Like recently, I dated someone who's black, and I found out he was sleeping around on me with like 3 different women. And me and him started out as friends first, and then we had a sexual relationship. And he lied to me, told me that he was committed to me, and it seems to be the same story with a lot of my black friends. They're with a black man, they sleep around on them with multiple people, have kids on them, things like that. My white friends, they don't deal with any of that. I know it's stereotypical, but it's just a different world. Like with the black men that we deal with versus my friends who deal with white men or their white husbands. They're not out here embarrassing them, having babies on them. They pay their child support, they take care of their kids. I'm being honest, the black men here, they don't do that. And then it's like when you date outside of your race, people want to berate you or make you feel like, oh, you need to hold the black man down. But I'm like, they don't give a shit about us half the time, but you want us to hold them down. And if I found a decent black man, then yeah, I would. It's not about skin tone, it's not about color, it's not about any of that. I'm very attracted to black men. If I could find one who had the shit together, then it wouldn't be a problem. And like I said, I just dealt with one. We have been friends for years. He presented himself to be this great black woke man, and he was so nice and caring and loving. And I found out he had a sex addiction. And I found out he was sleeping with multiple women unprotected behind my back. And that's scary. And the rise in STDs, which we don't talk about a lot in the black community, I feel like we don't talk about that stuff. And I just feel like that's very common. They sleep around with us, they give us diseases, and they leave us with babies. And that's what they want us to hold down. Now,
yeah, because they're doing that all by themselves. They're doing that all by themselves. Ladies are not participants in any kind of shape or form. They give us babies. I find it funny that women feel like when they have a baby, it's their baby. But when they're getting pregnant, men give us babies. Men give us babies, and then when they have the baby, that's my baby. And then when child support is due, I didn't make this baby by myself. It's like it's just funny to me because it just seems like sometimes women just want every advantage, or and it could be kind of contradicting sometimes. But men give us babies, really? You wasn't a participant in that? You have the last word, last say in the baby making process. You know that, right? You have that last word and that last say in the baby making process. So when you say men give us babies, I find that interesting. And yeah, white guys, they don't ever cheat on their girls. They don't have babies. They don't have affairs. There's no such show called Maury or Jerry Springer, and they're not on those shows. They weren't on those shows. People give white people a halo for some reason. Stockholm syndrome, remember I mentioned that? Yeah, your white girlfriend's not going through that. The difference between your white girlfriends and your sisters, your white girlfriends ain't gonna tell you. They business. They keep all their stuff in house. Okay? They keep all their stuff in house. The sisters run tell lie. The white girls, shh. They care about how their family look. And they know telling you all their business ain't gonna do them a bit of good. All you're gonna do is run tell that. Anyway, let's go in.
Oh, there are some good black men out there. There are. But where I live at, unfortunately, the ones who are good are usually married, in a relationship, or gay. And then you have the ones that are left over. And I saw that. Someone said, could it be the type of man that you're dating? And the thing about it is I've dated all different types of black men. It's not the same type. I don't have one specific type. If you treat me good and you're respectful and you have, something going for you, I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, you have to make $100,000 a year. At least make, a decent amount what I make. But I have given lots of black men a chance. The last guy, he was 50-50. I don't even like 50-50, but I did it because I liked him. I split shit with him. Why? Because I liked him. But then I found out he was sleeping around on me with 3 different women. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you give niggas chances, and then you find out they're doing that shit behind your back. And I'm like, so not only was I going 50-50 with your ass, but then you was fucking 3 bitches behind my back. And
some women might say, hey, she got a point there. I say, not really. Number one, you say you make good money. Why you got a problem with 50-50? For real. For real. You say you want a man who got his stuff together. Okay, he probably want a woman who got her stuff together. Y'all both got your stuff together, do 50-50. What's really the problem? Another thing is, what, are you an ER nurse or something? You say you work in the ER? And then you say y'all were friends for a while. This is one thing I noticed. Women don't take accountability for the guys that they choose. If this is your friend for how many years? For a couple of years, why don't you know his character? Why did y'all just start smashing? And then you get surprised when he's messing with other chicks? He was probably trying to lock you down. He was probably your friend for a while until you was getting weak. And then, you know, he said, oh, I'm going to land her one of these days. And then you finally caved in, but he was dealing with chicks before you said yes to him. So he had chicks on the side. I mean, look, women probably know this, but look, your male friend, he want to smash. Your male friend wants to smash, but he's going to wait it out. In the meantime, he's going to have some chicks you don't know nothing about smashing 50 going north. Okay? One day, you say, okay, I'm ready. He was like, oh, I've been waiting years for this. Let's go. But you want him to drop the chicks that he's been with for years? They got more seniority than you at this point. But you want him to drop them. Oh, he's been messing with chicks, behind my back. He been with them chicks. They said yes earlier. So you take that risk when you get intimate with a male friend. Take some accountability for your decisions. Take some accountability. Did you even ask the question? A man ain't gonna just be your friend and not have something on the side or not have something else going on. The only reason he's willing to wait on you, them chicks is doing you a favor. They holding him down until you say yes. But when you say yes, should he have dropped the other chicks? Maybe, but by that time, he probably deep in love with them. He probably never anticipated you to say yes. He's not gonna hold his breath. And then you decide to say yes because you lonely. So he said, okay, I've been waiting on this. Let's go. But I'm in love with the chicks I've been with now. It wouldn't be fair for me to just give them up. I'm not even sure if you're gonna stick around. Just do it. And plus, I don't even know if I'm gonna like it. So, yeah, I've been patient. I've been waiting, but let's see where this go first before I give up my side chicks. You may be the side chick, okay? The other chick got probably more right to be upset than you do. Just saying. Because he was with them first. Let's go back.
Not only 3, there's probably another one. We don't even know. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like with the white men, my friends are like, well, they're going to cheat on you too. I'm like, well, would you rather cry in a Bentley or a Toyota? Because the white men, they're at least going to be providing and paying the bills and taking care of things.
Oh,
the black men will cheat on you and you'll catch them. And they'll just be like, oh, well, I guess you caught me. You want to take me back or not? That's how it is here. And I feel like people are going to hate on me and be like, whatever, but I know I'm not lying because I know my friends' experiences. And with the white guys I have dealt with, even the negative experiences, they're still more respectful than the black men.
Do you want to cry in a Bentley or a Toyota? What difference do it make if nan one of them motherfuckers is yours? Okay. You will see Tyrone drive off in a Hyundai or a Toyota. You will see Brad drive off in a Bentley. The end result is you broke up. You ain't married. Okay? Now, if you're trying to get married and you get cheated on, okay, I can see the Bentley thing. I can see that then. But let me tell you something. White men are very careful in America. Probably not other places, but in America with their money. They know how the system works here. A Brad who has a Bentley ain't gonna be trying to marry you. I hate to break it to you. If a white guy got a Bentley, he gonna get the top tier Becky he could possibly get. The only time black women really get white men is if they got more money than the white guy. Gabrielle Sidibe, Serena Williams, Holly Berry. You know, they get those white guys who got less than them. But black women, who was that? Doja Cat, right? They get those white guys that got everything to gain. It's funny. It's Stockholm Syndrome. I told you. It's Stockholm Syndrome. She don't want to go 50-50 with a brother. She don't want to go 50-50 with a brother. But in order to get a white guy, she gonna have to pay 75-25. Because a white guy who got it like that ain't gonna be trying to marry her. He's gonna do what he's been doing, smashing, dashing. And she ain't gonna even be mad at him. She wanna date another one. It's baffling, y'all. Let's go in.
Here, I'm being honest. The black men here where I live at is a college town. So it's like a lot of white women, like a lot of interracial couples. Like my daughter, she's biracial. Her dad's German and black. So she's biracial. And I noticed that a lot of the black men here, they date a lot of white women. I have no problem with that. But the problem here is they put the white women on a pedestal, like, oh, if you're black, you should be happy. You should be feeling lucky.
They put the white women on the pedestal, sort of like what you're doing with the white men. Sort of like what you're doing. Because you're not holding them accountable like you are the brothers. You're doing that. Stockholm Syndrome. Look it up.
That I'm even giving you the time of day because you're a black woman. That's kind of how they treat us here. Like we're the last option. And when we do get picked, we should just be grateful for whatever they give us. And when you're a woman who has something going for yourself, a black woman at that, and you say, I don't want to put up with this. I have standards. I have boundaries. Then the black men are like, well, I guess your ass is going to be single. And I'm like, you know what? I would rather be single than put up with you. And so that's why I don't date black men all the time. However, if there is a nice black man watching this live that has their shit together and lives around the Columbia, St. Louis, Kansas City area, then that's different. But I'm telling you, Kendra, it's horrible. It's horrible out here.
Oh yeah, after that whole spill about how brothers ain't ish, we can't wait to get in your DMs. We can't wait. We see how you put Zaddy on a pedestal. You just the woman I'm looking for. You just the woman I'm looking for. Are you serious, man? A lot of things about this woman is very transparent. Even her shirt. Let's go in.
Okay. Yeah, because I want to give you the space to speak freely. So let me just ask you this question. So the reason I asked you, when did you stop dating black men? Because I guess my question is, if you now are dating outside of your race, why are you still single? Like, why didn't you settle down with somebody outside of your race? That was my question. If that's what you're focusing on.
I haven't seen this before.
Wait 8 seconds before you respond.
I haven't seen this before.
Honestly, it's by choice. I just went on a date this evening. I just got back from a date. And it's not because, I want to say, like, just because you go out with someone and they're nice and you like them and the vibe is right, doesn't mean that that person's for you. There's plenty of times you can go on a date and you like someone and you're cool, but it's just like, I'm not feeling it. And there's been times where I have maybe tried a relationship and I'm like, okay, it's just not there. I feel like a lot of times people just don't want to be single so bad that they'll just kind of jump into the first thing that they see or the first thing that they find. And I know a lot of people are like, well, why are you on this dating thing? I like your show and I watch it. And I've actually been on here before. You probably don't remember me. It was like a year ago. It was a while ago. And a bunch of men from like Africa and stuff were trying to talk to me, which I don't live in Africa. So, but I feel like I just want to make sure, because I was married before. Me and my husband, we divorced in 2017. I probably should add that in there. We've been divorced for a while, and I want to make sure the next person that I get with, the next person that I bring around my child, is somebody that I really want to stay with. I'm not necessarily.
Let me tell you something. She had totally avoided the question. Question is, why are you still single? And she's jumping through hoops trying to avoid answering this question. Oh yeah, and me and my husband, we were divorced, and you know, sometimes you go out and you don't. No, why are you single? If Zaddy is so good, why haven't he chosen you? But what happens is a lot of women have a hard time with accountability. Okay? She has avoided the question. Evading the question. Why? Because she don't want to accept the fact that Zaddy dumped her. Or she trying to put it on her that she not feeling them. Well, why are they so? If you're not feeling them, if they not fitting your culture, why are you seeking them? It ain't making sense. The math ain't mathing. And then you want to say to the brothers, oh, well, if there's one around here, you can still hook me up, but y'all really ain't shit. Oh my goodness. I said it in another video that y'all should feel sorry for black men. Y'all should. Because this is what we got to choose from. No appreciation. And even if she get with a brother, she's going to be looking at him side-eyed the whole time. Not going to appreciate him. Always going to be expecting him to mess up. So she can have an excuse to pounce on black men as a whole. See that? I knew I shouldn't have dated no black man. Y'all do this, y'all do that. Yeah, that's what she's going to do. Then she's going to go out with Zaddy. He's going to smash and dash, and she's still going to be looking for another one. This is a competition between some black women and black men. Some of them it's almost like who can pick up the most white people. That's what it's getting to. She said the black men put the white women on a pedestal. She's in competition with the black men now. Oh, okay. Y'all want to do that? Y'all want to get these white Beckys and put them on a pedestal? I'm going to get me a Zaddy. And I'm going to grade him on a huge curve. He can do whatever he wants. Well, why are you still single? Kendra asks. Well, because, sometimes I go out and it's just not gelling and it's never me. And, I just don't really, haven't found the right one. Me and my husband, we divorced a couple of years ago. I thought I should have said that. But anyway, let's get back to something else and let me curve that question because I don't want to take accountability. What's your next question, Kendra? Let's go in.
Necessarily like in a rush to just jump into something, but I feel like maybe by getting on here, my pool will be better, or like a bigger pool of men to like get exposed to than what's here in Columbia, because it's a really small town, and I feel like, you know what I mean?
I get that. So again, I'm still just kind of confused because I'm trying to see if you're open, if your truth is your truth, and you have the right to decide what you.
Now here's the thing. I'll give Kendra credit for. She's probably thinking the same thing I'm thinking. She's confused just like I am. I have not seen this before, I promise you. She's confused like me. It ain't making sense. The math ain't mathing. Why are you still single? Let's see what she said.
But if you don't want to date black men and you made this decision whenever you made it, like, are you saying the experience in other races is better? And if so, why hasn't that become?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I have met guys of other races that are nice. They just weren't for me. Like, it wasn't like a relationship thing. Maybe we liked each other and we just weren't vibing like that. Like, it was just like, oh, as friends. And then,
so if they wasn't for you, why are they a preference? Why are they a preference? If this is not about you being in competition with black men over who got the most white draft picks, why are they a preference? Why? If so many of them haven't been gelling with you, why are you so steadfast on getting one? It ain't making sense. Tell her, Kendra, before I have to tell her.
Then I work a lot too. I work at the hospital, so I work 50, 60-hour weeks. So I'm not gonna lie, like, my dating life has been kind of non-existent lately because I've worked so much, and then I have my daughter because I share custody. So my primary focus has not been dating and relationships right now. I go on dates.
Okay, so we kind of got that. So I'm gonna move forward, but is there a specific race that you
No, I'm not saying that I won't ever date black men. I'm saying that primarily since I've been living here, I don't.
Well, girl, I don't know if black men gonna want to date you.
I mean, that's just my experience. I'm sure there's plenty of black men who feel like we're ghetto and ratchet and loud and all types of stuff. So I mean, it's everyone's experience. That's just my experiences with men. Like I said, I'm sure there might be a decent black man out there who has their shit together. I just haven't met one here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all you can do is speak from your experience. Let's keep going. So this is Taylor, Missouri, 30, Aquarius.
Zero accountability. Absolutely zero. As a matter of fact, is there a such thing as negative accountability? We're going backwards in the numerical order here. She's at -2 accountability. And the stuff she is saying ain't making sense. Now, let me say this. I think she's cute. Okay. I'm attracted to her. The tatas are nice. Okay. Cute face. I want to see her do the Kendra cam though. I haven't seen this before. I haven't seen the whole package. But she ain't gonna like me. Why she ain't gonna like me? Because I'm gonna be one of those smash and dash, no good Negroes. Because I see where her mind is at. And in my opinion, she's not ready for a man like me who would appreciate a good sister who values black men. I don't think she values black men. So like I told you before, dating is a game. There are winners and losers. You're not going to always win. You're not going to always find that woman who fits you perfectly. So to make up the time, you smash and dash a couple of them. I'm just being real. Can we talk? Can I be real? There's some sisters out there who get men for money. Okay? Ain't nobody checking them. They do what they gotta do. They get men for money. They find simps and they win in their way. Men we have to win in our way. Make it worth my time. But I think she's cute enough. But unfortunately, I would be in that long list of no good dudes to her. I'm not perfect. I'm just close to it. Anyway, let's go back in, y'all.
This 8-year-old, and she works in ER. So we kind of got the kind of man you're looking for. What are your deal breakers? Wait 8 seconds. And Taylor, bring the camera up a little bit.
It's just the way, like, how I'm sitting it. That's all I can sit it on, kind of. I mean, okay. I feel like obviously like liars, cheaters, someone who's just not financially stable, someone who isn't really looking for something serious, kind of like playing games, and then no alcoholics, no past out. Like if you're sober, that's okay. But I dated someone who was an alcoholic, and I was in an abusive relationship, so I'm not comfortable dating anyone with a drinking problem or drug problems. That's about it.
Okay. Does he have to, well, I guess you can still answer this. Does he have to look a certain way and make a certain amount of money? Wait 8 seconds.
No. I'm not super, like, I'm not super physical. Like, it's not like you have to be, like, so good looking or anything. I think it's just, like, there has to be an attraction between us. Just, like, I mean, it doesn't have to be a specific height. I'm 5'7.5", so he could be, like, 5'8", 5'9". That doesn't matter. He could have long hair, short hair. I actually have locks underneath of this, so he can kind of be whatever. Just take care of yourself. Just be clean cut. Mm-hmm. Underneath, this is a lace front. I have locks under this.
That's another thing, man. Women be killing me, man. Y'all, I love y'all so much. I really do. I really do. In the same sentence, practically. In the same sentence, she said she don't like liars and cheaters, but she got a a lace front on, and locks under that. I need to see those locks, because in my opinion, your look is a lie. It's funny how women want nothing but truth from men, but they show us deceptive looks. Yeah, I can't stand a liar and a cheater and this. Oh yeah, this is a wig. This is not my real hair. Like, for real. But that's part of the game, right? Everybody's trying to win. Everybody's trying to win in their way. So I don't like liars, but I'm going to lie about my appearance. Why don't you show me with the take the wig off, take the lace front off. Show me the locks. That might change your look dramatically, actually. What probably happened is a lot of guys who got with her and seen the locks underneath, and she had a whole new look to her. And it was like, oh no, I ain't signing up for this. I just wanted to smash. And she flipping her hair every 30 seconds like it's hers. Well, I mean, I know she took the price tag off, it's hers, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like, she grew it. I'm not knocking women with wigs. I'm not knocking women with weave, wigs, whatever you gotta do. Because again, all is fair in love and war. This is a game. This is a game we playing. You wanna lie with your looks? Okay, I get it. But don't get mad when I lie about something too. I'm probably not gonna lie to you visually. So, you know, everybody's trying to win. Let's go in.
Well, black girl,
no,
won't date a black
man. I won't date one. I said that I have not met one who is serious and who has their life together and who really wants a relationship. Like, they're all.
Wait till Zaddy see them locks. Wait till Brad see them locks. You think he's sticking around? For real. Fair question. Zaddy gonna be like, whoa, is this the real you? Oh, you got them locks? Oh, you look a whole lot more ethnic than I was ready for. Sorry, Zaddy's out. That's what he gonna do. It's no wonder a lot of them bounced out on you. They seen the real you after a while. I'm not saying anything is wrong with locks, but let's keep it real. That's ethnic. Okay? Ladies, y'all killing me. You're killing me. You're giving me a lot of material. I'm just keeping it real. Let's go back in.
I'll just kind of play around here and they don't have their shit together. I'm attracted physically to black men. That's what I'm saying. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm not attracted to them. It's almost like if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's insanity. If you keep running into black men who aren't great and don't treat you well, and all different types of black men, are you going to keep going back? Probably not. You said.
Well, let me jump in because that's almost like, first of all, I honor your experience. So let me say that I honor your experience, but it's almost like a white person having bad experience with black people and then saying the whole black race is bad because of their experience. Now we would know that's not true. You cannot hold us accountable for your experience, the whole entire race. Now I do acknowledge your experience, and that's real. And I also do believe black women might have to consider dating outside their race. I'm a black woman. I will never date outside my race. I went on 2 dates with white men, and it just wasn't for me. Like, I am black woman too, but I've also had very horrible experiences with black men. So I think the challenge is this. It's not that I'm okay with you being open, because you should be open, but to put a blanket of all black men are bad because of the experience you had. But that's what did you say?
I have not.
Okay, then be clear.
Here where I live, that have their shit together. And as I said before, there could be someone watching or a decent black man. I'm just saying that what's here where I live, it's not good options. It's just not. And it's not me downing all black men. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the options here, they're not good. Every black woman I know, the black men that they deal with are trash. I don't know any black woman here, unfortunately, dealing with a black man who hasn't cheated, who hasn't abused them, who hasn't, you see what I'm saying? Like, and even when I grew up, I didn't grow up watching a good black man. My dad cheated on my mom all the time. So that's what I'm saying. When you're raised in a community where all you see is black men treating their women like shit, and then you grow up, and then you date, and then you're around a bunch of black men treating you like shit, but other races are treating you like you feel like you should be treated, that's gonna make you want to go outside of your race. It's not that I don't feel like I would want to end up with a black man, because that would be great. I would love to. I just can't find one that meets.
You're on the black show for the most part. Kendra's audience is very black. Okay. You're on the black show with black viewers. And you're pretty much stating that the whole market of people, I would say most of the market, probably not all of them, but most of the market of people who are watching now are black men, and that they are trash. Okay. Even if one is in your area, I don't think he will be interested. Even if he's in your area. And this is why I said I would probably be put in that pile of no good men, because it's a bit of a war. It's a game, right? Get what you can out of it. I know she's hurt. This is all pain, okay? And I get that. This is all coming from her having pain with black men. She's not the only one. There are a lot of sisters out there with the same pain with black men. First, they feel like they get cheated on. Second of all, they feel like they're not appreciated by the black men. And then the ones who are good turn into passport bros and want to get out of here and don't want to wife them up. I understand. I'm empathetic and sympathetic to the struggle. Trust me. the issue is there's a good black man is in high demand. Why? Because there's not many of them out there. And I'm not saying there's not many out there. I'm saying there's not many. Well, there. I put it this way. For every good black woman, it's probably 5 to 1. The man has the advantage 5 to 1. There's some Pookies and Ray Rays out there. There's a ton of them. There's some that's not available because they're gay. There's some that's not available because they're in jail. There's less men to count on, period. So it makes the ratio 5 to 1. The key is to find a good black man. I'm a good black man. All right. But I've become very selective on who I be with. Okay. I check off a lot of boxes for a lot of women. Probably the one thing that turns a lot of women off about me is that I'm probably a little too woke. Okay. I'm a bit red pill. I'll admit that. So you can't curve me with a lot of stuff. I see a lot of stuff. That's probably another reason why I'm still single, is because I see a lot of stuff. I see a lot of red flags. It's actually something that prevents me from. Now, there's some good women out there. I see some good women out there, and those women, you know, I will be with. But what kept me single for this long is my talent for seeing red flags. I'm good in a whole lot of ways. But I know what I deserve. And I'm not going to settle either. And if I don't feel like you love me, you don't love black men, I'm not choosing you for a wife. I will be that no good dude that is another body count. Now, why would I even do that? A lot of times I don't do that. I just bypass. But if I've invested time and money, I'm not claiming to be perfect, I'm not claiming to be, Jesus. Jesus. I'm not claiming that. I told you it's a dog-eat-dog world. If I met this young lady, I would be attracted to her. Think she got a cute face. Tatas, like I said, were nice. She's a little heavy. I'd like to see her without the wig. But the most unattractive thing about her is her mentality. Because I've already lost. I'm a black man. And she already got in her mind that we ain't nothing. So I'm unapologetic about that. But I'm not going to waste my time and energy on trying to wife and convince her that I have value. She looking for a Brad. Good luck with that. There are a lot of sisters, and I'm probably catch some flack for saying this, but there are a lot of sisters out there who looking for a zaddy that they can have. Why? Because they don't value us as black men. You want to be with him? Go ahead, knock yourself out. If that gets the dopamine in your brain going and make you happy and you feel like you won, do you? Life is short. Do you? But women like this will say all this about brothers and then complain when she see a brother with a white woman. She'll complain. Oh, look at him. He pedestalizing her. He pedestalizing Becky. I can't stand him. Meanwhile, she gonna be doing the same thing to Brad. Makes zero sense. Anyway, let me know what y'all think about this. Was I too rough on her? Y'all let me know. Put it in the comments. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.